Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Texas Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to any of our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Texas. With that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter. So University of Tennessee, please have the floor.
Great, thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, okay. All right. Hello, everybody. So glad to be with you tonight and to kick things off. We're really excited to have you all join us. My name is Richard Spencer. I am the Assistant Director for Freshman Recruitment with the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, here to share a little bit more about the other UT, the other big orange school in the South. So, University of Tennessee, we are the flagship research institution for the state of Tennessee. We are the land grant and the only public level 1 research institution for the state of Tennessee. We have about 24,000 undergraduate students on a 900-acre campus just outside of downtown Knoxville. Though we are a large flagship school, we do maintain a relatively small student-teacher ratio, about 17-1. We do offer 9 different undergraduate colleges at the university and 2 graduate-specific in addition to that. Those are listed here. Within those, about 185 different undergraduate degree programs to choose from. Though our most common, our most popular, and highest rated programs fall within our College of Business, our College of Engineering, the College of Nursing, and our architecture program. If you're unfamiliar with UT, we are located in the metro area of Knoxville, Tennessee. It is the 3rd largest city in the state of Tennessee behind Nashville and Memphis. For those of you here in Texas, the best thing I can compare it to would be Fort Worth in terms of size and culture. So not a Dallas, Houston, Austin, but not a small college town either. We are that Goldilocks, perfect size, medium-sized city. Just outside of the Great Smoky Mountains as well, it's the most visited national park in the country. So there's a beautiful area in East Tennessee, hiking trails about an hour south of us into the mountains. You can see in this bottom right picture that we are just outside of downtown as well. So in the foreground would be the eastern edge of campus, and on the horizon there is downtown Knoxville. So easy walking distance into the urban atmosphere. We're right on the Tennessee River, and again, about an hour outside of the mountains. So really the best of all worlds for both urban activities and outdoor wilderness activities as well. Knoxville is known as an artsy town, as a maker town. We've got a lot of theaters, live music, Market Square, these wonderful restaurants and things within walking distance of downtown. Really encourage you to do visit to be able to experience Knoxville as well. From a business perspective, internships, Regal Cinemas is headquartered in Knoxville, as is Discovery. So if you are a fan of HGTV, Food Network, Travel Channel, that is housed out of the Knoxville area. We are right on the Tennessee River and home to countless hundreds of lakes. And so Mastercraft and Sea Ray have operations in the area, and you can see a list of some others as well. So again, it is a medium-sized city with its own industry going on as well. As far as student life on campus, again, 24,000 undergrads. We are a large public school, traditional student experience. We do require students to live on campus for their freshman year. After that, it is up to you. You can stay on campus if you wish, or you can move to off-campus housing. We have over 600 different organizations to get involved in. So whatever your extracurricular interests may be, definitely have a place for you. We are the only school in the country whose mascot is the volunteer. And so we do take that to heart in the volunteer experience and trying to engage students outside of the classroom and being involved with the community, with service opportunities, things of that nature. Study abroad is a big focal point as well. We have about 20% of our students study abroad, which is approximately double the national average. So it is definitely supported, encouraged, and highlighted as part of the student experience at UT. For those interested in looking further into it or ultimately applying, we do encourage you to become a VIP or a short for volunteer in progress. As far as the application it goes, we do encourage you to visit vip.utk.edu to register, join our mailing list, express your interest, things like that, and ultimately you can apply through that website as well or through the Common App. Relatively straightforward application. We do allow you to self-report your academic information to try to streamline and simplify the application process. We are a test optional institution, but if you do apply test optional, there is that one extra essay as you can see on the bottom, but test scores are not required. A couple of optional items, recommendation letters, supporting statements. There's some extra essays if you choose to include those as well. But ultimately, just looking at the application itself, we do recalculate the GPA. So just real quickly, I know I'm running short on time, but these are the courses we're looking at. So definitely check out our website as to how we calculate your GPA coming out of high school. We do have two guaranteed merit scholarships based on test score and GPA. One is the volunteer scholarship, starts at a 3.8 UT GPA, and the test scores that are listed here. Again, I would encourage you to look this up on our website. The Explorer Scholarship is that next tier down, 3.6 GPA with these scores listed as well. There's also a test optional test optional scholarship, I'm sorry, called the Beacon. And last but not least, we encourage you guys to visit. We do have on-campus tours open and available to you to visit in person. Of course, there's a lot of virtual options as well. But other than that, again, my name is Richard. My contact information listed right here, Richard@UCK. And it was great being here with you guys tonight.
Thank you. Next up, we have the University of South Alabama.
Awesome. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Hi, guys. I am Crystal Garcia with the University of South Alabama. Thank you so much for giving me your time. We are South for short. We are located in Mobile, Alabama, which is, well, first of all, so we are a mid-sized research-based institution. My favorite thing is we're big enough where you get the big school experience, but small enough where it's always an intimate class setting. 75% of our professors are full-time faculty dedicated to our students with their terminal degrees as well as professional experience, and you will actually know them by first name. They really do care about all of our students. And we have students from all 50 states as well as a 20% international population, and your biggest class size will be no bigger than 25. We also own and operate 2 hospitals as well as a cancer research institute, as well as we recently opened up a trauma center. So we are the leaders of healthcare within the Gulf Coast area. We have over 100 academic programs. They range from undergraduate to graduate and everything in between. And my favorite thing is you do not have to declare a major till your 3rd semester. You can declare right away or anytime in between that, but that gives you the flexibility in case you want to change. That's totally fine. I dropped the majors and minors there, but I just want to talk about some niche things since I know we're short on time. We have a 99% pass rate for our College of Nursing. We also have opera. We are one of the few in the nation to have marine sciences. We're actually the 2nd largest delta after the Amazon. Also, let's see, we also have meteorology as well as, yeah, I think I already mentioned opera, aerospace engineering. There's so many other things that I definitely recommend you check out, as well as we have an honors college. And then the early acceptance programs, essentially as a high school student, you have the chance to get early acceptance into medical school as long as you maintain a certain GPA throughout college, as well as these other professional programs. Awesome. And then also we're really big on experiential learning. So learning that happens beyond the 4 walls. We rank top 5% in the nation as a research institution per Carnegie classification, which means you can do research as early as your 2nd semester freshman year, and it can be within the sciences, or it can be creating a musical composition, doing an art sculpture, doing an honors thesis, whatever it may be. We promote that learning, whether it's solo or with a professor, whatever it may be. And with study abroad, we have many programs. programs that range from a year semester. My favorite things is we also have 2-week programs. So if you don't want to go abroad for that long, we have many options there. And as I mentioned, we do offer meteorology as well. Beautiful, beautiful campus. Highly recommend y'all visit. Cool thing, we have 5 swimming pools, including a rock wall. Our cardio equipment has Hulu, Netflix, all that. Our students are very spoiled. Again, just focusing on niche things. We do have an archaeology museum on campus, so our art students get to showcase all of their art gallery showings, all the cultural events. Of course, you can create your own club as well as have major honor societies as well. Of course, we have an honors college. We are Division I under the Sun Belt Conference. Our football team is on ESPN. You do get scholarship money. Also, all of our athletic games are free, so you save thousands of dollars there. Of course, a lot of student services. All of our tutoring is done by students that have gotten at least a 90 or above in that course. We offer academic advising for every single semester. As I said, we're here for you. Students are required to live on campus their first year. Out of our 33 residence halls, 3 are specific for freshmen. We have hardwood floors, vaulted ceilings, free HBO Go, cable, Wi-Fi, Hulu, and a mini fridge. You don't share restroom with anyone but your roommate. Laundry's free. As I mentioned, our students are very spoiled. We also have Einstein Bagel Brothers and Starbucks within our academic halls. Parking is only $5 all year long, so you save thousands of dollars there. Jag Train is free. We have over 90 walking trails as well as several nature preserves on campus, so you can see the turtles, the fishies, the birds, everything of that sort. And you can bring your car starting your freshman year. Mobile, Alabama is one of the largest and oldest cities of Alabama. I'm located in Houston, Texas. If you drive 7 hours north, south, or west, you're still in Texas. If you drive 7 hours east, you hit us right there in Mobile. So that really puts into perspective how big Texas is, as well as how small the rest of the states are. We're also a 1-hour flight right there into the city. We're the founder of Mardi Gras, so we're the cultural epitome of Alabama, having a South Mobile jazz, opera, symphony, ballet, everything, so much to do around the city as well as on campus, as well as you see the student doing shark research, 3 beautiful sandy white beaches. Essentially, we accept any of these. You can apply through Common App or directly to our website. Wonderful news is we are super scoring as well as providing a test optional route for students if you're unable to take the test, and we're actually waiving this fee. Just use the code SOUTH for me and you don't have to worry about the fee. Also, great news, we are offering in-state tuition. So if you have anything above a 21 ACT, 1060 SAT, 3.0 GPA, you automatically get a $2,000 scholarship up to full tuition and a study abroad scholarship. So you cannot pay anything and still get a quality education depending on your grades, as well as you can apply for additional scholarships as well. So that's super great. Of course, all this other stuff, definitely visit us. If you visit us on campus, or if you visit on campus, or if you do a virtual meeting with me, you get $100 if you enroll into campus. Of course, you can follow us on social media. Here at South, we want you to succeed as a student and beyond your career. We believe of an affordable and quality education. I'm Crystal Garcia. I dropped my information in the comments, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Crystal. And if the University of Kentucky can join us next.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Amanda and I'm with the University of Kentucky. I am based in the DFW area, but I work with students all across the state of Texas. The University of Kentucky is the flagship institution of the state of Kentucky. We are in the SEC and we have a lot of school spirit in the Big Blue Nation. We have about 30,000 students total, and that includes all of our professional schools as well. So our medical school, dentistry school, law school, and pharmacy school, just to name a few. Our undergraduate population sits around 22,000. So we are located in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a great town. We have about 330,000 people. We are a pretty cool location in the US. So I like to think of Kentucky as the far north of the South, but the south of the Midwest. So because of that, it's a cool mix of Southern hospitality and Midwest charm. We're consistently rated as one of the safest cities to live in the United States. We are known as the horse capital of the world. Lexington is also known for its live music and local dining scene. It's a really cool location because if you drive 10 minutes one direction, you're in the rolling hills of Kentucky and on the horse farms. But if you drive an hour to 2 hours the other directions, you are in larger urban cities like Louisville and Cincinnati. So it's a great location. We definitely have that college town feel. And in Lexington, we do get the true 4 seasons. So in the fall, everything is orange and red. In the winter, it snows, but the bearable amount of snow. And the summers are still warm. We have an awesome student to faculty ratio of 16:1, with 85% of our classes having fewer than 50 students. So being a larger institution, that is a number we are very proud of. We have over 200 academic majors. So everything from our fully comprehensive School of Engineering to psychology to equine science and management. We really have it all at UK. Some of our newest majors include biomedical engineering, public policy, and African American studies. We also offer undergraduate research opportunities that's not just reserved for upperclassmen or graduate students. We also have a hospital located right on our campus, which is great if a student is interested in nursing or healthcare or pre-med. And I do have to brag for a second about UK healthcare. As of last week, UK healthcare has vaccinated over 100,000 people in the UK and Lexington community. We have enhanced academic and career advising and exploratory studies options if a student is undecided on a major. Our campus recently underwent a $1.8 billion campus transformation, and we are finally at the tail end of those renovations. The newest development is the Cornerstone Innovation Hub, and that houses our esports lounge, our esports arena, and a new food hall. This campus transformation has touched every corner of campus, from our classrooms to our research facilities to our residence halls. Speaking of our residence halls, we have the most beautiful residence halls. The oldest hall was built in 2005, and that's the absolute oldest you're going to find on our campus. They come fully furnished. They have your desk, your dresser, and they also come with Tempur-Pedic mattresses. We have great living learning programs. That's a way for you to get a more integrated first-year experience and to live with like-minded students. We have many different LLPs. Some of them are service-based and some are academic-based. So I highly recommend checking those out. There is no additional cost, but you do have to apply. It's included in your residence life room and board fees. So I highly recommend students look at LLPs, especially students coming from Texas who are looking for that community aspect at UK. There are tons of ways to get involved at the University of Kentucky. We have over 550 student clubs and orgs, everything from the quirky like squirrel watching to the traditional like sororities and fraternities. We do have 7 of the Divine 9. So there are many opportunities to get involved at the University of Kentucky, and students are also able to create their own club and organization if there is not something that already piques their interest. So a little bit about our application. Our application typically opens on August 1st. 2 deadlines to keep in mind. Typically, our early action deadline is December 1st, and our regular decision is February 15th. We do the holistic review when we are looking at applications. Students who apply by the early action deadline of December 1st are automatically considered for the Bluegrass Spirit Academic-Based Award, just pending availability of funds. So this last year, those awards ranged anywhere from $8,000 to $12,500 a year, and all a student has to do is complete their application by that December 1st deadline. We also have competitive scholarships, known as the Presidential and the Singletary. There is going to be an additional essay question a student has to answer, but if awarded, that is full out-of-state tuition. And that is also, the student needs to apply by December 1st to be considered for that. As of now, I do not have any information on our test optional policy moving forward, but I remain hopeful that that will continue into the future. So keep an eye out on our website in the near future for more information on the test optional policy for this next year's class. And lastly, I want to recommend you visit campus. It's a great way to see if you can picture yourself on campus. We do have great virtual options if you're not able to visit, and they're really helpful and really, really cool. There's actually a little tour guide on the corner of the screen who walks you through the stops. So highly recommend checking out that virtual tour if you can't get on campus. That is my information. Take a quick picture. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me, and go Cats.
Thank you, Amanda, for sharing. Next up, we're going to have the University of Alabama.
Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulties. Hi, my name is Megan Borden. I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama located here in Texas. I am so excited to be able to talk to you about the University of Alabama and give you more information. I am one of 4 regional recruiters located in Texas. So I am representing my other colleagues tonight and getting to share about the University of Alabama and what we have to offer. So we are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We are the oldest institution in the state of Alabama and known as the capstone college for the state of Alabama as well. Kind of an urban rural mixture. We have over 38,000 students that attend the University of Alabama, and over 50% of our student population is from out of state. We also have top 10 Bama-bound students. As you can see, number 4 is Texas. So you have a lot of Texans that will be attending the University of Alabama. So you'll be in great company in the event that you're looking for a roommate or someone to possibly maybe carpool back home and visit family and whatnot. We have our average GPA coming into the University of Alabama is a 3.7. Average ACT was a 27, and then a 1260 equivalent to that on the SAT. And then we have 256 national merit scholars that attended Alabama this past year. For the University of Alabama, for programs that you can participate in and major in, we have something basically here for anyone and everyone. Anything from ranging from College of Engineering, business, communications, nursing, for example, some great pre-professional programs such as pre-med, pre-law, just as examples. We're also number 1 in the SEC and top 10 in the nation for internship placement. So getting a job after graduation is extremely high. We also have what's called New College, where in the event that maybe you're kind of an out-of-the-box thinker and you have a total huge passion of just different variety of possible majors that you're looking at doing. After you've been accepted to Alabama, you can apply for what's called New College, where we could potentially customize and create you a degree here at Alabama as well. If you're interested in joining the Honors College, to be eligible to apply for Honors College, you need a 30 on the ACT or a 1360 on the SAT with a 3.5 minimum GPA. You have to be accepted to the University of Alabama first before you can apply. And then some benefits of being involved in the Honors College: average class size is about 25 students. We do have an honors residential community that's optional for honors students to live in. So if that's something you would like to do, to be surrounded by other honors students, have that opportunity to have living learning communities in the event that you're not feeling well, you can easily study and pick up the notes from either your roommate or someone down the hall. You have your own honors advisors and priority with registration for classes each semester, undergraduate research and education abroad benefits as far as additional scholarships for those students that are in the Honors College looking at doing study abroad. Fraternity and sorority life. So we do have a misconception at the University of Alabama that you have to be involved in a fraternity or sorority to get involved on campus, and that is not the case. We do have a high presence of sorority and fraternity or Greek life on campus. However, you do not have to be involved in that to get involved on campus and to make your mark. Only 35% of our student body is Greek life. That's including both fraternities and the sororities. So we actually have over 650 plus organizations and clubs that you can get involved with. So if sorority and fraternity life is not what you want to go route on, or if it is, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to go a different route and make your mark on campus and get involved in other organizations, you can easily do that. We have a list of them. And if you don't see anything, you can always start your own. That's how they all got started in the first place, is by students starting these organizations and clubs. Living like a legend. So all of our students our freshman year are required to live on campus their freshman year. You can have a car as well as a freshman coming in. You won't necessarily need it, but you can have a vehicle on campus if you'd like. Living on campus your first year here, you have the option between a traditional traditional hall, which is like your dormitory, where you have communal showers, communal bathrooms, or you can have a suite style residential hall where you could potentially have your own room, your roommate has their own room, and you would just share the bathroom with your roommate. So those are some options for living on campus. For education abroad, if that's something that you're interested in participating in, it's an option for all of our students. We have over 60 countries and more than 300 unique programs that you can participate in. And you can do these during a semester, or you can do it in the summer if you'd like. So there's plenty of options. Merit scholarships. So we are highly known for our merit scholarships at the University of Alabama. These are automatically awarded to students just for applying. So you do not have to fill out a scholarship application to receive these scholarships. You just have to apply to Alabama. So if you have the test score, you don't have to have both the ACT and SAT. You just have to have one or the other, but you do have to have the GPA to go with it. So as long as you have both the test score and the GPA, you are automatically awarded the scholarship just for applying. Again, you don't have to fill out the scholarship application to receive this, but we still encourage you to fill out the scholarship application because you could be eligible to stack on more money on top of that. In the event that we go test optional, we do have these other options as well. So we don't know yet if we're going test optional, to be determined, but we do have some other scholarship opportunities as well that are competitive. If you have any questions or if there's anything I can assist with, please feel free to reach out and, to me or any of the other regional recruiters in Texas. Hope you have a great day and roll Tide.
Thank you, Megan. And next up, we have Sewanee, the University of the South.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nancy York, and I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Sewanee. I work remotely for Sewanee from New Orleans, and I work with students from Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma. I'm excited to have a chance to chat with you tonight, but I thought I would mix things up a little bit and actually show you a video that I think encapsulates the spirit of Sewanee and the ethos of the community quite well. So I will share that with you now.
Hi, I'm Taylor Baird. I'm a graduate of Sewanee and I currently work in the Office of Admission. And I get to tell you a little bit about my home for the past 10 years. You might be thinking, Sewanee, the University of the South. What does that entail? Well, the University of the South is so much more than a campus that we had to create new words for it. It's the mountain. It's our home on the Cumberland Plateau. It's the domain, situated between Nashville and Chattanooga. It's a working farm, a 13,000-acre forest, a natural playground with trails to hike and rocks to climb. But above all, it's a community. That's Sewanee. And it's a place that I hope you'll consider calling home one day too. The domain is where we live, eat, research, recreate, reflect, and compete. I mean, 30% of our students are scholar athletes competing on one of our Division III varsity athletic teams. It's a lot, and we like it that way. Our university motto, Eke Quam Bonum, or EQB, ensures that we push each other and appreciate each other while dwelling together in unity. You'll be sharing Sewanee with about 1,700 other 17 to 22-year-olds and the broader community. So there's rarely a dull moment here. While we're nestled in Tennessee, you're still going to be encouraged and expected to engage with a global community. We want you to address global issues and engage in a way that connects Sewanee with the rest of the world. This is a place where everybody stands up for what they think and for what they believe in. That dialogue across difference and that true discourse is the environment that we strive to cultivate. For example, we have deep roots with the Episcopal Church, but we know that it's important to create a healthy interfaith environment here for students as well. With the combination of intellectual rigor and community, Sewanee will help you figure out who you are. As an institution, we've been exploring who we've been and who we are. We want to model that for students, that you're exploring those questions, and that asking questions and seeking solutions is commonplace. You can do that at Sewanee because your professors are teachers and mentors first and researchers second. We believe in educating the whole person through the liberal arts education. That's what happens when you engage with your professors. You get out into the field and you wrestle with the questions that the world hasn't figured out the answers to yet. It's in that process that you will enhance your studies, hone your skills, and increase your postgraduate prospects. In hoping that you'll engage that way, we've made a commitment to you, the Sewanee Pledge. And the commitment is simple. We pledge to provide funding for a summer internship or research opportunity during your time at Sewanee. We also pledge that you'll be able to make global connections by providing access to a semester-long study abroad program at no additional tuition cost. And finally, we pledge that you'll graduate in 4 consecutive years with at least one major. If you do not, you can study for an additional year at Sewanee at no additional tuition cost. At Sewanee, if you give your best in good faith, we will honor that dedication and effort. You won't even have to compete with graduate students for these opportunities, and in many cases, worry about the funding that make them possible. Sewanee believes in access as much as we do excellence, which is why we're committed to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need for all admitted first-year students. We also recognize academic achievement, so in addition to need-based aid, we do offer academic scholarships as well. Our goal is to accept the most talented students for whom Sewanee is the best choice, and then to provide the financial aid package that makes it possible for you to enroll here. That's the Sewanee Learns. We want to find strong fit students and guide you through the search and application process. Sewanee is a common application school and there's no fee to apply. We also know that test scores aren't always the best indicator of a student's academic success. And that's why at Sewanee we're test optional. That allows you to choose to submit the ACT, SAT, or no scores at all. So if you're ready to take this journey and opt into this experience, I hope you'll choose to apply to Sewanee. I can't wait to see how you'll make this place your home and bring your perspective to our community.
All right, so thanks so much for tuning in. If you saw something that appealed to you tonight in that video, we'd love to have you on campus, and I'll drop in my contact information in the chat if you have questions and would like to reach out later.
Great, thank you so much, Nancy. And last but not least, if we can have Belmont University.
All righty. Hello, everyone. My name is Kiara Reese, and I'll be representing Belmont University, located in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, so some quick facts about Belmont. We have about 8,200 students, with 6,630 of those students being undergraduate students. Students come from every single state in more than 28 different countries. So if you are feeling a fear of coming from Texas to Nashville, do not be scared. About 67% of our students are coming from outside of the state of Tennessee. What that means is that when you are on campus on those weekends looking for something to do, you'll have peers that are there with you, not leaving every single weekend. That tends to happen sometimes on college campuses, then you all be able to explore the city of Nashville together. A really great thing about us is that our average class size is 19 students. So at Belmont, we take pride in making sure that you have that personal connection with your professor and removes all of that shyness and maybe insecurity about talking to a professor and really asking information. If you don't understand something, Belmont likes to limit that to make sure that you feel comfortable and ready to achieve and learn. All right, so I'm in Nashville currently. I'm a Nashville native, and I'm excited to talk to you all about the city of Nashville, Tennessee. We're known a lot for country music, cowboy boots, hot chicken, if you've had that. But we're actually one of the fastest growing cities in Forbes. We're ranked in the top 25. We're also the #3 fashion capital in the nation and top healthcare capital in the nation. So there's a lot about Nashville a lot of people don't know. And it's an amazing place to come visit and explore. So two neighborhoods that I do want to talk to you all about in the city is Hillsborough Village and 12 South. The reason why these two neighborhoods are really influential is because that's where Belmont is nestled in between those two neighborhoods, and they're in walking distance from campus. A lot of our students go to different coffee shops in the area, and it's an amazing, amazing area to explore. Okay, if you see that little microphone there, a really cool thing about Belmont, our top program is music business, of course, in the Music City. All right, we have two studio spaces on campus that students are able to access as soon as freshman year. And then we have 6 studios actually down Music Row in Tennessee. So it shows you that we have that real world pool, students that are able to work in a studio space undergrad and even work in our studios after graduation. All right, so let's get into academics. What is it like to be a student here at Belmont? We have over 100+ majors across all of these different academic colleges. I told you all before, our top program being music business, but actually our second most popular program is nursing. Reason why is because we are a direct admittance program. So once you're in Belmont, you're in the nursing school with programs following audio engineering technology, commercial music, songwriting, which is a really great program, and even biology. The list goes on and on with the amount of majors that we offer. Down at the bottom, a really cool program that we just brought on that I'm excited about is hospitality and tourism management. I have a friend who's a wedding planner. She's in that program right now, and it seems really amazing and the best city to do it in Nashville. All right, so let's talk about study abroad. Over 1,000 students at Belmont study abroad each year. Reason why is we have what's called our Maymester. It happens in May. So that time within May, we knock off 2/3 of your tuition. So what's gonna happen is you'll be studying in another country while taking courses and being on track to graduate and get 2/3 of your tuition covered while you're there. It's an amazing experience. If you're learning a language, immersion is the best way to learn. When you have to use it, you tend to learn a lot faster. And we're able to offer that opportunity at Belmont. If study abroad is something that is a lot for you, we also have what's called study away. So you'll be able to stay within the US and study in different cities, with our top programs being LA and New York City. All right, so we have more than 160 student organizations and clubs at Belmont University, with the #1 club for 2020 being the Kite Club. Yes, flying kites, the Kite Club. All right, we have 17 NCAA Division I athletic teams, and we are in the Ohio Valley Conference. Only sports teams we don't have are football and swimming, okay? This shows an example of just the wide array of what our student life looks like. Really cool basketball games. We just wrapped up with homecoming week on campus. That was really exciting and amazing. So it's a really lively campus, and the city in itself is an amazing place to be. All right, so let's talk about how to apply to Belmont University. We take the application 2 ways. So your Belmont application, you can even go on Google, look up Belmont application, you'll get right to it. And the Common Application. Common App is great because you can send one application to multiple schools. All right, and the essays on Common App are the same essays we'll be reading for the Belmont application. Okay, we're looking at a high school transcript and a school counselor recommendation. What's really great about now is we're test optional. So if you want to submit test scores, you can. If you don't have to. Completely up to you. Our scholarships. So the one that's really important is those general academic merit scholarships. Actually, with all of the scholarships, once you apply for Belmont, you're automatically applying for the scholarships as well. A date that I want you all to pay attention to is December the 1st. If you have your application in by then, you'll be in the running for those named and departmental scholarships. All right, so that's all I have for you all. These are just some handles to follow us. Again, my name is Kiara Reese. You can find me on the website, and I'll drop my information in the chat below. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. So right now, what we are going to do is that we have time for one question. And in order to answer this question, I'm going to ask our representative from the University of Tennessee to just give us what advice would you give someone going through the college process?
Sure. So one piece I think that's come up a lot in the virtual world over this last year is just to make sure that you pay special attention to your email. Whether you set up a specific email address for the college process or just stay on top of your email, a lot of important communication is going to come through there. Application notifications, password reset, decisions will be notified by email. So just definitely something to pay attention to. And if you notice that you go a couple months without hearing from a university that you are applying to or interested in, that's not normal, and definitely something is wrong, and you want to reach out and figure out what's happening. Maybe they're being filtered to spam or whatnot, but we will be in touch via email through the year. So definitely something to stay on top of.
Great. Do any of our other reps have any advice to add?
Yeah, I guess my advice would be to definitely visit any school that you're interested in. You may be applying to 10 schools, but at least visit your 3 top schools. Even though we are in this virtual world, at the end of the day, you're eventually going to set foot on campus. So definitely do not follow where your friends are going, but choose a school that's right for you, whatever your career you want to do, whatever you want to get out of it, because life is what you make of it and college is what you make of it. And 4 years, that school is going to be your home. So it definitely makes a big impact if you actually visit and see the vibe of the whole school, the professors, the students, everything of that sort. A lot of us are doing virtual visits, but going on campus is very important as well.
Let's see, so my favorite tradition on campus is going to be Dance Blue. It's a 24-hour dance marathon, no sleeping, no sitting. I think last year we had over 1,000 participants. It gets really competitive. Faculty and different staff departments get involved in it. Usually the proceeds will go towards UK healthcare or the Kentucky Children's Hospital, benefiting children with cancer. It goes towards a really worthy cause. In the last, let's see, I think it started in 2006. That's when Dance Blue was originated. And since then, we have raised over $17 million benefiting the children of the Kentucky Children's Hospital. So a lot of really fun things happening there with Dance Blue.
A really cool fact about Belmont University is that we have some really great alumni that have come from Belmont. So Brad Paisley, Florida Georgia line, and also Christopher Lee, who was in the Chicago Company of Hamilton. So some amazing, amazing talent coming from Belmont University.
If we can have our rep from, oh, sorry, go ahead, Nancy.
So Sewanee actually has a working farm on campus, and actually 30% of the food that is served in the dining hall comes from that university farm. So it's right on campus. Students have an opportunity to volunteer and do internships there. And it really highlights and demonstrates Sewanee's commitment to sustainability and to locally sourced food and agriculture as well. And it's just a fun way to engage within the community too.
Lastly, if we could have our rep from the University of South Alabama.
Oh, University of Alabama?
Yes.
Sorry, you're good. So fun fact about our university. So we are the only college that has an elephant as a mascot, and his name is Big Al. He is the cutest and most fun mascot. I know a lot of people are sometimes scared of mascots, but you can't really be scared of Big Al. He's awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Once you close out this window right here, you're going to be led to a quick survey of 4 questions. Please fill it out and give us some feedback. Lastly, there are more sessions to come, so sign up for them. And if you want to view this recording, it should be available in about a week. And if you visit strivescan.com/Texas, you'll be able to access it. Thank you, and everyone have a great night.